Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Honor of Kings. Proverbs 25:2 says, "It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but it is the honor of the kings to search it out." Today I want to look at the verse Genesis 1:1, and I want to take it back to the Hebrew. So if you see, I have here in English, and it's highlighted, "In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth." And then here it is translated into Hebrew. And if I spoke Hebrew, I would attempt to pronounce that, but I think my thick accent will prevent that from happening. So what I want to do is only look at this word in the beginning, and in Hebrew, it is this particular word. So this is the word that I want to look at. So here's what happens. Within this word, within this one word, which is this one right there are 6 other words inside of it. Now, there are 6 letters, right? We have, and I did have them out, so let's look at them again. We have Bet, which is highlighted. It's not going to give it to me. All right. Nope. I just want you. Okay. Bet. We have Bet. Then next, we have Rish, and maybe I've mispronounced, I don't know. Aleph is the first letter of the, like Aleph alphabet. Like Alpha is the first, the strongest, like an Alpha warrior. Then we have, this word is Shin, and then Yud, or some people say Yod, I don't know. And then we have the last one, which is Tav. It wasn't originally like this in the Hebrew. Originally, it looked just like a cross. So, which that leads me to a whole other story. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about that right now. I want to scroll up and let's talk about this word alone. It literally means in. In. Then I want to go to this particular word. This word means sun. Next to the third word, create. Now, anytime they use these 3 letters, anytime they use these 3 letters, they mean God created. Right? The Son of God, Jesus, created. Moving to the next one. And I forgot my hyphen here. My apologies. Moving to the next, I have, if I could type, it would work. But you see me with all my flaws, and I'm human, and we can deal with it. Okay. We also have beginning. And then, last but not least, the last of the 6 words is fire. So these are the 6 words that are actually found in the one word. Remember that they all go back, and I'm actually going to shrink this a little bit. Remember that they all go back to the mother word anytime that something is read or however. So I'm going to shrink so you can see all of these words which stemmed from one. Now, there are also 6 letters in each of the letters. Now, okay, so we took the one word. We've got one word. And this one word, inside the one word are 6 other words. But each of these letters also means something. So let's look at this letter alone. This letter alone, and I'm going to, let me just copy paste this whole thing. Oop. Copy. And I'm going to come down to my next part, and I just want only this letter. I only want this letter. And this particular letter, all by its lonesome, means, are you ready? The house. I can't type. Oh, have mercy. I cannot type. This letter, next line, paste it, means, ready, of the highest. Who is the highest? Well, let's look. Who is the highest? It's the Aleph, the Alpha, the strongest God. More so than just strongest, it just means God. Okay. Sorry, this inconsistency bugs me a little bit. And I want to take the next Hebrew letter, and I want to post that one. Will be destroyed. And remind you, we're looking at the original Hebrew. Each letter has its own meaning. Okay, this letter by his own hand. And then the very last one, Tav, on a cross. So there are two ways to look at this. In the beginning, literally, I can find 6 words in it. In the beginning, the Son created, part of the Godhead, right? He created. And then I can also look at it from this perspective. If I look at each individual letter, the house of the highest God will be destroyed by his own hand on a cross. Either way you look at it, Jesus was there in the beginning. The cross was already mentioned in the first word of Hebrew. The cross was already there. So if we go back and look, God, right there. There's God. God. Cross. This, Alpha and Omega, and it actually is the Aleph and the Tav. The Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. This is one of the reasons why I did have my screen out rather than just using Microsoft Word. I did have my screen out the whole time. I did have my overhead for the writing out, and it just did not work. Every single time I tried to record it, it kept crashing. The system kept crashing. So I just decided to go this route. So in the beginning, Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. In the beginning, the Son created, right, who's part of the Godhead. If we look at each letter, the house of the highest God will be destroyed by his own hand on a cross. All 3 layers are true. And we just looked at 3. There are more layers. So this is one of the reasons why I say we need to search this out. We need to find this for ourselves. It's not just enough to say, hey, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Sorry, it's John 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Can you tell I like John 1:1? So it's just not enough to read it in English. You need to really dig a little deeper. And the funny thing is the more you dig, the more interesting it becomes, and the more impossible it is for a man to have created this so eloquently. So there you go. Thank you for coming for the episode of The Honor of Kings. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed week. I put up my Sharpies for the day. My gel pens are gone, even my note cards, everything. So you have to do what you have to do. It is what it is. And thank you ever so much for joining me. If you have something interesting, or maybe there's something that I have made a mistake on, that's fine. I probably have, because I'm still learning, and I'm okay with that. You learn a little bit, and then the more you grow, the more you learn, then the better you are, the smarter you are, and there you are. So let me know in the comments below what you would like to see. If there any particular word you would like to see. Is there anything that you would like to discuss? How is it that you want to look at it? But let me know. I find that interesting. In the beginning, literally, in the beginning, each letter translates, the house of the highest God will be destroyed by his own hand on the cross. If you don't find that fascinating, I don't know what to tell you. So have a wonderful, blessed week, and I will see you next time on The Honor of Kings.